We continue the third rate questions of Hiroshima. I share for you the PowerPoint. We stopped at the rhetorical questions, girls, when Noor was answering, why would I use rhetorical questions? Why would an author use rhetorical questions? And we said that it tells the reader that the author is in the process of soul searching of self, discovery. It makes the reader feel like a confidant who has access to author's deepest feelings, thoughts, and regrets. Question number 5. Ragad, are you here, Ragad?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Ragad. Question 5.
What is the effect of the author intertwining in her own story of writing about Japanese internment camps with her own story of working for the government in Hiroshima?
When the author interviewing her own story of writing about Japanese internment camps with her aunt's story of working for the government, what is the effect of when Risotto interviewed her own story of writing about Japanese internment camps, when she said how she interview her own story, when she said that I only wanted to know about the internment camps, that they lived there through World War II, and this is okay. And in the same time, she mentions her aunt's story of working for the government. And why she mentioned these two stories?
Because activist.
The first part, internment camps. Why she wanted to mention the internment camps?
Because Aunt Molly was sent there.
Yes, Aunt Molly was sent there to live in internment camps.
She was used by the American government to document
and worked with. Yes. So when she tells us about the internment camps, is where the U.S. has forced the Japanese to live there. And when she told us that the U.S. wanted to hide or cover the consequences of the Hiroshima bomb, she wanted to hide the destruction it caused for Japan and the Japanese. Read the answer, Yaragat.
Did you put the answer?
Yes, you don't see it yet?
No, okay.
Now, can you see it?
No, guys, can you see it? ولا بس أنا?
Other girls, can you see this?
Yes, I can't see it.
I'll read it. No. Okay. The two stories. You can see the PowerPoint?
Yes, but without
translation. Okay. The two stories play off each other. The first story of the internment camps and the story of her job. So Aunt Molly had been sent to the internment camps and then was used by the American government to document the destruction of the bomb on Hiroshima. At the beginning, the United States sent her to the camps, and later they used her to cover the information or the details about the Hiroshima bomb. They asked her to document the destruction of the bomb and then hide it. When she realized this, she became a peace activist. So the author had to deal with her own discovery. She has discovered how horrifying was the Hiroshima bomb. In the same time, she feels guilty that she hadn't listened to Molly. Was too afraid to know what really happened in Hiroshima. Okay? Okay, girls?
Yes, miss.
Okay. I want you now to go to, okay, wait, I want to tell you the homework. You would solve later, the homework you solve. But now, girls, can you solve this on page 255? The use of storytelling elements, usage of sensory imagery in Hiroshima and Hiroshima in the morning. The sentence is structured, the point of view that we solved in Hiroshima and what we solved in Hiroshima in the morning. The two PowerPoints will be are uploaded. I have already uploaded the third read. So you have the two. Pretend, do you hear me? Do you hear me well?
Miss, we can hear you, but
Yes,
sometimes
miss.
it's hard, so we can't hear exactly what you
You
say.
can hear me, but what?
Sometimes it's hard, so it stops.
Okay.
So we stop until we hear you again.
I uploaded two reads for you. Actually, I uploaded three presentations, but you have Hiroshima and Hiroshima in the morning. You have two PowerPoints. In these two PowerPoints, you will find the answer for this box in 255. A compare and contrast between the author's ways. Done?
Yes.
So, Miss, this is the homework, or you're telling us it's answer?
Yes. Yes, the homework.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
You will find the answers in the PowerPoint.
So we fit this chart and take a picture of it, or
Yes, I will create an online assignment for you after I finish. Okay.
yes.
Okay, let's answer connect to testing.
Miss, what do we write in the last row? The fifth one.
Don't write, just fill the three.
Okay.
If there is any more common between both of them and you want to compare and contrast between it, write it. If there is not any, if there isn't any, don't write it.
Okay, thank you.
So can we answer connect to testing now?
Yes, Miss.
Have you solved it? Home?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Were the questions easy?
Yes.
Fits in? Okay. Okay. Dana Wael, you still don't reply me, Dana? Raise your hand if you're here. Write anything to us. WhatsApp me. Okay, Liliane. Liliane.
Yes, miss.
Liliane, first question on page 260.
Which is part A. These sentences contain an example of
Yes,
this
please
one.
read from the beginning, Liliane. Read the question from the beginning.
Molly arrived in Hiroshima in 1946, too late to see the lily of the valley lamps that hang in telescoping arches over the Honderie shopping arcade, or the men in creased black suits and bowler hats, or the ladies they escorted, ladies who trailed hymns of flowers around their covered ankles, who were replaced by workers currying in one-pea pans, men who were never replaced but simply disappeared, too late for the bomb, for the sea of fire, the endless bed of concert stones.
Hmm.
These sentences contain examples of
anaphora, ellipsis, pacing, anecdote. What is an anaphora, Sarah? Sarah Abbar,
I'm sorry, miss. Yes. Yes, miss.
what is an anaphora?
Anaphora, it's when they use when they repeat, like they have many like many sentences, repeat sentences or clauses.
Yes, when you repeat sentences. So do you have it here, ya Sarah?
Yes,
Where?
it's when they said who were replaced by work, who were never replaced. When they like she was talking and then she said ladies who trailed hounds and then who were replaced and then who were never replaced. So that was
Anaphora.
yes.
Lujain, do you have ellipsis? What is an ellipsis?
Three dots that we put.
Yes. Do you have a three dots?
No.
No. So we don't have. Okay. Najwa,
Yes, miss.
do we have pacing?
Um, no.
Pacing is the pacing is the connect يعني the that when you read the passage you feel like you read it well, a pace in the reading, like walk this without ups and downs, without humps. يعني does it work well or not? Hmm.
You mean the event, but it's
Is it has pacing or you feel like you go up and down? It's not pacing well.
no, not pacing.
Okay. So Dana Shaheen,
Yes, miss.
yes. Does it have an anecdote? Anecdote is a short story that happened to someone.
Yes, I guess.
Yes, that the Aunt Molly arrived in Hiroshima. Okay. Liliane, continue reading, ya Liliane, in the explanation. Liliane?
explanation. Two of the sentences
Explanation,
begin
yes.
with Two of the sentences begin with the words too late, and another repeats the word who were never replaced. This deliberate repetition is called anaphora. The
Yes,
drumbeat
so
of
we have an anaphora in repetition. As Sarah said, yes, we do have letter A. We have anaphora, we have repeated words. Continue.
the drumbeat of repetition builds a heightened emotion, emphasizing the scale of destruction.
Emphasizing.
Um,
Mm.
the preeminence of the laws, it is too late to expression what no longer exists.
So, which one we will pick? We will pick A, an anaphora. Okay, it has spacing. Yes, it has spacing. But a technique is an anaphora. Ellipsis, we don't have ellipsis. Anecdote, yes, we have it when Molly had arrived in Hiroshima. Too late to see, but later then what happened to Molly is not mentioned here. So we only know one event about Molly. So we cannot take the anecdote, although there is a beginning of an anecdote, but there is no ending. And the pacing is okay. The pacing is the how we read it, but it's not a technique in the literature. So what is it in the anaphora? And I should bring examples who were never and too late. Okay, we go to question 2. Thank you, Lilian. Okay, question 2, Fatima.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Read the
Question 2
following
on page
sentence.
261.
Yeah. A memory then from the interview. My great aunt, single girl in her 20s in a shiny black car with the doctors. Part A. Describe the style of the sentence.
I will read it again, Fatima. A memory then from the interview. My great aunt, single girl in her 20s, in a shiny black car with the doctors. Which kind of sentence is this? Do you have a verb? Do you have a verb, Fatima, in this sentence?
Can you repeat what you said, miss?
Do you have a verb?
No.
So this is a sentence what? Fragment. When you do not have a
Yes.
verb, it's a fragment, right? So it's a fragment, I don't have a verb. So
Yeah.
describe the style of the sentence. You would write what for the style of the sentence? A fragment.
It's a fragment and it doesn't give complete information. Like
Yes.
it
Yes.
just try to give
Yes.
try to take attraction from the reader.
Yes, to grab your attention. Excellent. Excellent. It is a fragment, and there are also what? Lots of what? Commas. So it's also
Yes.
broken. Why broken? So I pause, and when I pause, I grab the what?
Attention of the reader.
Attention. So what idea does the style help emphasize? Determine the effect of pausing, right?
Yes.
Right or not? So these are the flashes of the image. How when she says a woman in her 20th in a car, so flash. You get the idea, girls?
Yes, miss.
You get flashes of the image. When you get flashes of the image, you get to know the picture more. Okay. Question 3, Jana. Jana?
Yes, miss.
Yes, question. It's on page 261, Jana. Read it.
Okay.
Let's hear it with you. Jana, do you hear me?
Miss.
Yes, yes.
Miss, your voice is lagging.
غادة. Jana.
Miss. Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Miss.
Jana, read question 3 and Ghada will read question 4. Read ya Jana.
Okay. Which of the following sentences from Hiroshima contains the best example of tactile imagery?
Yes. Before we read, what is a tactile imagery? Visual, auditory, gustatory, olfactory. What is tactile?
Mm,
Balqis, what is a tactile imagery? Durra?
Yes, Miss.
Tactile imagery
imagery.
theory.
It is the touch. What you feel like the touch.
What you feel or what you touch?
No, what you touch.
What you touch. So Jana, what I touch. Which one of A, B, C, or D shows you imagery? A tactile. What is a tactile? What you touch, what you hold.
C.
Miss tactile only touch because I remember we mentioned feel as well.
Feeling, but not the emotions. What I feel. What I feel. But not emotions. Not love. But what I feel with hands. Or what I feel with body.
Miss, is it C?
Let's read C. Mr. Tanimoto had no difficulty in moving chairs, hymnals, Bible, altar gear, and church records by Pushcart himself. How do you feel here? Yani, where is the feeling? Yani, where is the feeling? Cold or feel warm or I feel?
It's
A
B,
feeling.
Miss.
I feel. B. Why B? Jana, read it.
Because the morning was perfectly clear and so warm that the day promised to be uncomfortable. It's because warm and uncomfortable.
Excellent. 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 Okay, 4. Ghada.
Yes, Miss.
4G.
Like most homes in this part of Japan, the house consisted of a wooden frame and wooden walls supporting a heavy tiled roof. Its front hall, packed with rows of bedding and clothing, looked like a cool cave full of fat caissons. Opposite the house, to the right of the front door, there was a large, finky rock garden. There was no sound of planes. The morning was still. The place was cool and pleasant. Which of the following words describes the effect created by the imagery in this example?
Yes, when you read it now, okay? It evoked what, or it enabled what, or creates, or helps what? Yani A, B, or C, or D. Read them and choose.
Read it. It evokes a feeling of peace so readers will not find the bombing upsetting. It enables readers to imagine themselves living in Japan during wartime. It creates a sense of foreboding by hinting at what is about to happen. It helps to dramatize how shocking the moment of the bombing was. Is it A?
It evokes a feeling of peace, so the reader will not find the bombing upsetting. The bombing is not upsetting. I feel a peaceful feeling.
No.
Think, yeah, think, huh?
D.
It helps to dramatize how shocking the moment of bombing was, because it was serene, quiet, warm, and then. So yes, it is D. It dramatizes. How was this? Dramatizes. Yes.
But Miss
Okay,
here,
girls.
happened
Uh-huh.
here, it's before the bombing was like
Yes. Before the bombing, it shows you how serenity and how warm was the atmosphere. To show you the opposite.
isn't at sea or
D.
okay, thank you.
I will show you something from. Okay.
Miss, what's the answer of number 1, part A?
1 part A is he wrote for you the explanation. It's anaphora. Can you hear it well and see, girls?
Miss, I can only listen. I cannot
Why
say
the
anything.
Privacy Commission in Egypt wants this new
Yes.
superlens banned.
Can you now? It is a movie, girls, Hiroshima Out of the Ashes, but I couldn't find the English version. It is French. So I just wanted to show you how the same idea of Hiroshima in the morning, how was quiet, how the day was so quiet, and why, to show you, which is called ominous silence. What will happen after this silence? And then came the bomb to change the shape of Hiroshima forever. We finished the unit, girls. Okay. We will have a quiz next week. Week 5. We are in week 3. We'll have on week 5. Okay, girls?
Okay, Miss.
Yes.
Bye, girls. See you tomorrow.
Bye, miss. Have a nice day.